Scene script. Have you ever wondered why some people achieve their goals while others seem to stagnate? Let's dive into the powerful world of self-improvement. It's a concept that may sound familiar, yet it's often misunderstood or overlooked. Self-improvement is the quest to make ourselves better in any and every facet of life. It's about pushing ourselves to new heights, stepping out of comfort zones, and constantly challenging the status quo. The essence of self-improvement lies in its transformative power. It's the magic ingredient that propels us from where we are to where we want to be. It's the driving force behind personal growth, skill development, and achievement. It's about realizing that we are not static beings but rather dynamic individuals capable of change and progress. Now let's take a look at two individuals. One consistently seeks to improve, to learn, to grow. The other, well, they're quite content with where they are. They see no need for change. Over time, the difference between these two individuals becomes increasingly clear. The one committed to self-improvement evolves, adapts, and progresses. They're not afraid of challenges or setbacks. Instead, they view them as opportunities for learning and growth. They're always pushing their boundaries, always striving for more. Contrastingly, the individual who doesn't commit to self-improvement may find themselves stagnant. They might feel stuck, unable to move forward. They might even feel left behind as they watch others around them progress and evolve. So, what sets these two individuals apart? It's not intelligence, talent, or luck. It's not about having more resources, more time, or more opportunities. It comes down to one fundamental difference: the commitment to self-improvement. The power of self-improvement is that it's a journey, not a destination. It's about making small, consistent changes over time. It's about becoming a little better each day, each week, each month, each year. And over time, these small improvements add up, leading to significant changes and growth. The key difference lies in the commitment to self-improvement. It's about choosing to evolve, to grow, to become the best version of ourselves. And that, my friends, is the power of self-improvement. Knowing oneself forms the foundation of self-improvement. This statement rings true for every individual striving to become a better version of themselves. Understanding our strengths and weaknesses is an essential part of this journey, as this self-awareness provides us with a clear picture of where we stand and where we need to improve. Our strengths are those abilities we can lean on, those areas where we naturally excel. They might be skills we have honed over years, or natural talents we were born with. These strengths make us unique, and they can be a source of confidence and motivation. They are the tools with which we can tackle challenges, and they are the areas where we can truly shine. On the other hand, our weaknesses are those areas where we struggle, where we may not perform as well as we'd like. These aren't just areas for improvement, but they are also opportunities for growth. They are the challenges that stretch us, that push us to try harder, learn more, and become better. To identify these strengths and weaknesses, we can employ various strategies. We can reflect on our past experiences, analyze our successes and failures, and look for patterns. We can ask for feedback from others, as they often see things from a perspective we might miss. We can also take self-assessment tests, which can provide useful insights into our personality, skills, and abilities. Once we have a clear understanding of our strengths and weaknesses, we can leverage this knowledge for self-improvement. We can focus on our strengths to boost our confidence and motivation. We can work on our weaknesses to turn them into strengths. We can set clear, achievable goals based on this understanding, and we can develop strategies to achieve these goals. This process of self-assessment and self-improvement is not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing journey, a continuous cycle of learning and growing. It's a process of becoming the best version of ourselves, one step at a time. Remember, understanding your strengths and weaknesses is the first step towards self-improvement. You cannot improve what you cannot measure. Ever heard that before? Well, it's a truism for a reason. It's the backbone of any self-improvement journey. It's the reason why setting clear, measurable goals is so important. Imagine you're on a road trip. You know you want to get somewhere, but without a destination in mind, you're just driving aimlessly. You might see some interesting sights along the way, but you'll never really get anywhere. It's the same with self-improvement. Without clear goals, you're just drifting along. You might learn a thing or two, but you'll never make significant progress. So how do you set clear goals? Well, it's not as daunting as it may seem. There's a useful acronym that you might have heard of: SMART. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Start by making your goals specific. Instead of saying I want to get fit, say I want to be able to run 5 kilometers without stopping. This gives you a clear target to aim for. Next, ensure your goals are measurable. In the fitness example, you're not just aiming for some vague notion of fitness, you're aiming to run a specific distance. You'll know exactly when you've achieved your goal. It's also crucial to make your goals achievable. Don't set yourself up for failure by aiming too high. If you've never run a day in your life, perhaps start with a more modest goal, like running 1 kilometer without stopping. Relevance is key too. Your goals should align with your broader life goals. If you're aiming to be a professional athlete, then running 5 kilometers could be a relevant goal. If not, perhaps there's a more relevant goal you could aim for. Finally, make your goals time-bound. Give yourself a deadline. Without one, it's all too easy to keep putting things off. So there you have it. Setting clear, measurable goals is not just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. It's the roadmap for your self-improvement journey. It's what keeps you on track, what keeps you motivated, and what ultimately paves the way for real, tangible progress. Clear goals pave the way for tangible self-improvement. Do you see challenges as obstacles or opportunities? This question sets the tone for our exploration into the concept of a growth mindset. It's a perspective that can transform the way we approach challenges in our lives. The term growth mindset was coined by psychologist Carol Dweck. It refers to the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, hard work, and a love for learning. This mindset stands in contrast to a fixed mindset where people believe their basic qualities are static and unchangeable. When we adopt a growth mindset, we begin to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for self-improvement. It's like seeing a tall mountain not as a barrier, but as a chance to reach new heights and broaden our horizons. This shift in perspective can spark a passion for learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. A growth mindset fosters curiosity and a hunger for knowledge. It encourages us to ask questions, seek answers, and embrace mistakes as part of the learning process. When we stumble, we don't see it as a failure, but as a chance to learn, to grow, and to improve. We may not have control over the challenges that life throws our way, but we do have control over how we react to them. A growth mindset empowers us to take ownership of our development and progress. It's about believing in our ability to improve, to adapt, and to overcome. It's also about resilience. With a growth mindset, we understand that success is not a straight line. There will be bumps and detours along the way, but with each step forward, even if it's a small one, we're making progress. And that progress, however incremental, brings us closer to our goals. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember, don't shy away. Embrace it, learn from it, grow from it. Because with a growth mindset, every challenge becomes an opportunity for self-improvement. Scene script. Are you willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn? This question is the cornerstone of self-improvement, and it's where we find ourselves now, in our journey. It's all about committing to continuous learning. It's about recognizing that the world is always changing, and we should be too. It's about understanding that we never truly finish learning, because every new day brings fresh knowledge, fresh perspectives, and fresh opportunities for growth. So how can we cultivate this habit of continuous learning? First and foremost, we need to foster a sense of curiosity. That's the spark that lights the fire of learning. Be curious about the world around you, about people, about ideas, about everything. Ask questions, seek answers, dig deeper. Next, we need to make learning a part of our daily routine. This doesn't mean you have to spend hours studying textbooks or attending lectures. It can be as simple as reading a thought-provoking article during your morning coffee, listening to a podcast on your commute, or even taking a few minutes to learn a new word or fact each day. And then there's the unlearning and relearning. This can be the hardest part, but it's also the most crucial. We all have preconceived notions, biases, and beliefs that can hold us back from learning and growing. We need to be willing to challenge these, to unlearn them if necessary, and to relearn in light of new information or understanding. Finally, remember to celebrate your learning. Recognize each new piece of knowledge or skill as a victory, a step forward on your path of self-improvement. In this journey of continuous self-improvement, remember, it's not about being the best. It's about being better than you were yesterday. And the key to that? It's continuous learning. So keep that curiosity alive, make learning a habit, be ready to unlearn and relearn, and celebrate your progress. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is a continuous one, and it's a journey that's always worth taking.